spend the first few minutes doing some more audio testing for the new microphone. It is slightly below my lips. Seems to be a little bit off. For this one we turned the game audio down, and my audio output still seems to be a little bit on the low side. I'll turn my audio up a bit more. I'll turn it up even more. And the game volume down a little bit more as well. Now moving the microphone to my head. And it's just below my lower lips, about 2 fingers away. The audio is sounding much better than previous without game music, so we're going to try and move and create some game sound. As this seems to have caused the issue before. Seems to be doing better than previous. So we're just going to repeat the audio tests from stream 1. And they would be to speak at the volume I'm speaking at now. To speak a little bit quieter. Which is still getting picked up. We're going to go with closest water because that caused problems in the last audio. And I'm going to speak at the same volume I normally do. And then we'll speak a bit louder as well, see how that comes through. It seems to be working a lot better, a lot less than yesterday's stream. We're still getting a little bit of jumping around with the audio, but nothing crazy. We've turned the quality up to 1080p, whether it comes through at that, unsure. So I think we will run with this for a little bit. See how it holds up. And I'm aware we can hear the messaging twice through the mic. I should have maybe put an AirPod in one here, but this is exactly the thing that we're looking to learn. So I'll now turn the other one down, and we'll do a little bit more testing before we leave. But yeah, prime example, yesterday's stream didn't live test, so I did a full 30-minute stream first without broadcast enable saving on, then did a second stream without checking the audio live, which is probably what I should have done to make sure that it was up to a standard, but we live and learn. I didn't need to do that live testing, added to the pre-stream checkups. So I'm now going to do one more audio check and turn up the volume of my phone. I'm happy with that, so we can now do a few more different tests within it, but mostly we'll do them live because I've done most of those tests over the course of yesterday when the headset arrived. We did some comparisons for the new HyperCloud X Alpha versus the Kraken, Razer Kraken, and this was significantly better, which obviously makes sense considering that one of them's significantly older than the previous. Next test I'll do is drinking some water. I'm enjoying that these people are talking as well, so we can see how that impacts any of it. What I'm looking to do is find the correct mic placement as well. So right now we are remaining probably just below my left side of my lip, with about 2 fingers space between it, which was the advised amount. Last stream we did 15 to 30 minutes. We actually did 2 30-minute sets due to me not saving one of them, and the second time we repeated the same 30 minutes as well. This stream we will aim for 30 to 45 minutes. Similar vibe, except we're going to go and hopefully find something to kind of engage the brain a little bit, make something we can actually focus on. I'm thinking we travel this way to kind of one of these forts I believe we found one yesterday when I was messing around. So this one doesn't say cleared, so maybe we'll move over to Swindler's Den. We'll take a walk over, mainly because it allows me to do some further testing as we walk around. And we can hopefully find out if it's the correct one. So yeah, we've moved the quality up. I'm seeing it on the stream. It looks a little bit below what I would expect it to. Maybe that's something to do with broadband, maybe that's something to do with upload speeds, maybe that's something to do with just the fact that I'm looking at it on my phone with the chat box up. So I guess we'll assess the quality piece later. Audio is definitely the goal for now. Like I said on stream 1, appreciate that they won't have been seen. The goal is to create a comfy, relaxed vibe where we can just play whatever I feel like playing. In awe that the day I started doing this is the day that Oblivion Remastered has been released. That is like my childhood game. Speaking about it, it may have been in stream 1, may have been in 1.5, can't remember, but super excited to play that. Classic Skyrim bugs, love them, and we'll make our way over to that way. So yeah, we're moving into stream 2 now, test stream 2. We'll probably do about 5 of these, the first 2 being kind of the way that they've been so far, making sure that I can make some mistakes, making sure that the audio is correct, because it's important to me that the audio is at least bearable. Without, I just don't think it's easy to watch a stream that's got awful audio, but maybe this will become one of those streams when I listen to it back. We'll find out. Head over to this one, but yeah. So this is test stream 2. The goal for this one is more to do some to push closer to kind of the length that we'd be looking at doing when I move into doing this on a more regular basis. So it'd be about half the amount of what I'm looking at doing, which is about 90 minutes every morning, or at least every other morning. Usually it will contain about a 3 to 5 minute warm-up. There'll be a chunk of gameplay time, so probably about 30 to 40 minutes in this one, and then a cool-down wrap-up time. So that's how it's going to work for these ones. Why am I telling you what I'm doing? It's mainly for me. When I go back to these are my test streams, the VODs get reviewed, I come back to them, I understand where I'm at, what I did, what I didn't do, and that way it gives me actually something to understand what stages and settings I was using for that stream versus the other ones. I have spreadsheets, I have prep sheets. Go from there. Not necessary, I don't think, but they give me the highest chance of enjoying this if I can continue to improve, and hopefully within 5 test streams we can get to a point where we're just playing a game opposed to doing all these bits. I do imagine that we'll have to create a brief checklist for whenever we change to a new game, because I don't want to record or stream part of a new game and the audio settings be off. Arrows. So I'm aware I must do some checks then, but that's fine. As long as we can do it in the first stream, I can then write down, save the settings while we're on Xbox, and then hopefully once it's to the stream world of the PC, things become a little bit simpler in terms of managing those things. Yeah, and obviously, even more hopefully, in time, hopefully I have people live to help me test what is going on. So the battle music's now started. It's another assassin. These seem to be more plentiful as of recently. I don't remember there being this many when I played last. I don't know if I've just... Oh, I've still got Dragon Rend equipped, if that makes sense. I thought I had... big shouty one, you know? Flowerway shouty one. Let me change that. So the battle music's now playing. Let's do a quick listen so I can see it through the stream. Sounds okay, but we'll review that one later. There we go, that's why it wasn't working, because I still had Unrelenting Force equipped. Just doing a small mic adjustment. Okay. So I noticed when reviewing VOD number 1 that the audio was the biggest issue. I didn't find fluency of talking a big problem. It wasn't something I really struggle with. Talking's not something I really struggle with. But you know, I think we can take a few more breaks with breath. You know, I think being a bit more comfortable with the silence is probably going to be important for us in this one. You can see some of the damage from from stream 1 yesterday when Jensa, I'm really unsure of how her name's pronounced. I should get that one on Google. We'll go for it. So yeah, we're going to do a little bit more forced content today and actually play the game. Is that forced or is that just playing the game more as you're trying to do? So we'll go for it. Mess around. I should have made a tea before this. I feel like this would be much more relaxing with a tea. This was the start of the journey yesterday, and in classic manner, I really got to find out where my clothes are. We're going to stealth archer our way through this. So look, I do have a pinned message in the chat. I'm not going to bother using it now in these test streams. I'll use it once we go live. Oh, I see. This is the Alkea Warriors one. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Seems like we still need to do some practice on the old bow and arrow. That's embarrassing. Still trying to remember all the buttons, actually. I feel like this game is a game that I would not forget how to play. I'm always surprised by the only game I seem to hold on to the knowledge of how to play and without ever forgetting any of it is GTA, weirdly enough. Most other games eventually slip my mind, so we'll make our way through here, or as far as we can get within this. Usually these caves aren't too big, are they, within Skyrim, so... Oh my god! Jeez. In my head I'm like responding with instincts, but it's not happening the same way I thought it would be happening. Just like pinging arrows around them. Again, I do think that's a... Oh golly gosh. Oh golly gosh. Get out of here. As long as they stand still, you know, it's not too bad. I do feel like they move just as you're about to shoot them. Come on! Cannot best me. Sure thing. Been playing a lot of Baldur's Gate. I keep holding A to search the area. You know, the game volume is increasing for me, so it'll be interesting to see how my voice is adjusting compared to how I'm talking when it's standard volume, or a bit quieter I should say. Come on! I can't say there's going to be chilled streams and I immediately get vexed at my inability to hit people with an arrow. This is on novice, by the way, right now, for obvious reasons. Still trying to get the playing and talking bit, although I'm feeling an immediate improvement compared to yesterday, which is nice. So we're playing at a level 50 character, like, you know, acing bandits, dropping elven bows and all that jazz, which I think happens a lot lower than 50, but that's where we're at. Let's see who's in here. That's where we just cleared before. Keep ourselves moving. So excited to play the new Oblivion game. Semi-tempted to do it today, but I figured that could be the first good stream to go into post all of this. Talk to this guy. So this is the person that is looking for that red guard in the inn in Whiterun, I believe, isn't it?
And no one else needs to die. I think we can all profit from the situation in which we find ourselves. My men will not attack you if you will lower your weapons.
I can't remember why they're
the
after
city
her.
out to the Aldmeri Dominion. Were it not for her betrayal, Tanith could have held its ground in the war. The other noble houses, the resistance against the Dominion is alive and well in Hammerfell.
I've been sent here to kill you.
Sent by. Did she appeal to your sense of honor? No doubt she's convinced you that she's the victim. But do you know why we pursue her?
She told me you're an assassin.
Assassins? No, nothing so crass. Sadia, as you know her, is wanted by the noble houses of Tanith for treason. We were hired to see her return to Hammerfell for her crimes. You can help us with that. And make sure no one else gets hurt.
What was her
She sold the
crimes?
city out to the Aldmeri Dominion. Were it not for her betrayal, Tanith could have held its ground in the war. The other
You
noble
already said
houses
that.
discovered her betrayal, and she fled. The resistance against the Dominion is alive and well in Hammerfell, and they want justice.
So what do you want me to do?
At least to some extent. Convince her that we'll be coming for her, and she needs to leave. Lead her to the stables outside Whiterun. We'll be waiting to
So I
take
think
her.
I've
I'll
always
gladly share a portion of the
just
bounty. Good.
killed these
It'll be
people,
good
so
to finally be able to
I'm going to go and do the other one
What do
instead.
you need?
Nothing, actually. Let's see if we can get out the back of this cave. Usually the case with the Skyrim circles, isn't it? We can go out the way we came in. Always love that about good dungeon design. You know, the means of just leaving without having to backtrack the whole way through. So we'll actually go and do this. I didn't know this is what we were walking in to do, which again, the beauty of Skyrim. Done this quest loads of times. Didn't realise it was going to be this one. Before that was a dragon wing. That made me jump. So I need to select the quest. Yeah. Need to go to the right place. And we'll go and speak to this lot. What was the quest objectives? Lead Sadia to Whiterun stables and then kill that geezer. Kill. Ooh, make our way back over to Whiterun. Obviously, and usually, I would be fast travelling. But in the nature of kind of getting used to this, these times where we're moving from one location to another proved to be prime time for me to do some further testing and see kind of what the game throws at us. I said it in stream 1, VOD 1, or 1.5, sorry. Well, I'm 1, but again, no way of evidencing that ever happened. If these ever do get discovered, any of these test streams, they're on YouTube right now. They're private, so you won't find them on there. The VODs will remain listed on Twitch for 7 days, but I imagine that they won't get found within those 7 days. So if these ever get released on YouTube and anyone sees them, give me some feedback, you know? Like, I'm making mistakes on my own right now, and in the grand schemes of developing, making mistakes by yourself is not as efficient as learning from other people's mistakes, alright? And I'm all about that efficiency, so tell me the things that you loved about streaming if you've ever done it. Tell me the reasons why you stopped, if you did stop. If you're still going, tell me why you keep going. I'd be interested to understand what made you leave, what made you stay. Bam! Any feedback, any tips of that. So for me, this is predominantly and will hopefully always remain something I'm doing for fun. I play games anyway. I like sharing my experiences within them, especially in games like Skyrim where the craziest stuff happens. And it's fairly chill. So I wanted to create like a nice chill space for me, a nice focus for me away from, you know, my 9 till 5-ish role, which fortunately for me is not a typical 9 till 5. It's a bit more relaxed, but gives me something a little bit different to focus on, a little bit more within my control, let's say. Which is going to be nice. Can still hear some wolves. I'm pointing this out to see if we can hear that in stream. When I start, that was definitely a bullseye. Don't wind me up. Good job. Good job. So that's the goal. I'll be in time taking clippable moments. I'll release things on shorts and reels and TikTok if we get round to that stage, and kind of keep progressing with this stuff. Mainly because I'm aware that as much as I'm doing this for me, doing it on my own is less fun than doing it with other people watching and being involved. So I will hopefully increase discoverability by using those things, right? Excuse me, that's rude. So grim, aren't they, mud crabs? So this headset has noise cancelling. From a microphone perspective, it has a cover on the microphone as well. I have a dog. It'll be interesting to see how this picks up background noise, which will inevitably happen at some point. I am currently streaming from an Xbox Series X in my living room. The goal is to eventually get a PC and lug all this stuff upstairs, right? That takes some time. All you people out there rocking your big fancy PCs, fair play to you. Fair play. Building one seems most cost effective. I feel like I'm not that time rich at the moment. Aware it's not that hard, but requires some planning, right? So I'm going to head back into Right1 and find... I'm going to call her Sadie. I feel like I should not use someone's name incorrectly, but we're going to call her Sadie. As this door opens, I'm going to take a drink because I am parched. This cover on this microphone reminds me of the old Xbox 360 ones, except I'm now feeling a larger requirement to keep it clean, which my Xbox 360 one as a kid did not. I didn't know you could sprint on Skyrim till embarrassingly long after release. I feel like I can't be alone with that. She thinks she's normally upstairs, right?
Can't a man drink in peace?
Sure thing, man.
Any news of the Alakir? What? How? I thought they weren't allowed within the city. But where will I go? I can't keep running. If you really think this is the only way, I trust you.
Come on, let's go. Suddenly feeling a little bit more guilty than I was doing previously. I always tend to opt for the the good boy approach, you know. Let's do that. Trying to make sure I make a bit more road decisions. I feel like I miss a lot of games. We're playing a lot of Baldur's Gate at the moment, you know, and you play the hero. I feel like I always miss out on like the villain arcs, which people seem to have a lot of fun with. So maybe I should try a bit more of that. Well, she can run all the way around. We're going to go ahead and jump down here. We'll just wait for her in the stables. Watch her come trudging down here. Good time for another drinks break. Yeah, I was saying before about feedback, wasn't I? So if these ever do get discovered, hit me up with like the things that you bought that were really useful. Hit me up with the things that are a waste of money. Essentially just anything that could make this easier, more streamlined. Uh-oh. Sorry, mate.
We meet at last, my dear lady.
What is this? What have you done?
Oh, come now. You didn't really expect to manipulate people forever, did you? Your luck had to run out sometime.
Oh my god.
Now
Okay.
we'll take our friend here back to Hammerfell, where she will pay the price for her treason.
Where's my money?
Not on the way back. Once she gets there. And as for you, well,
Yep.
here you go. Spend it wisely, and if I may, don't allow yourself to be fooled by a pretty face.
I will try. I'll try.
You're better than that.
So it's hard though, it's difficult, right? 500 gold. That's quite an early game quest, isn't it? 500 gold could be quite useful, but quite a quick quest, quite early game. So we have probably various random quests in here that we could have a little look at. I started doing the stones, but I'm pretty sure one of them was glitched, so I stopped doing it. I think my last playthrough of this, what I was trying to do is get all the Daedric artifacts. Find all the goldfish. I'm good, I'm good. Let's see if we can make our way over to Riften, which I think is this way. I find that that's... yeah, that's where the most stuff tends to kick off. And Riften's probably one of my favourite towns in Skyrim. And it'll open us up for a bit of a longer walk as well. Chance for things to unfold, chance for me to do more tests. Hoping that this test is a lot better than the previous, that is at least audible, that the audio's holding up. Right now, if I just quickly pause, audio settings are for stream. Let's have a look. Are on game volume about 30%, and my microphone volume's at about 90%. My resolution and bitrate is at 1080 4000 kbps, and the overlay is in the top right, which is an amendment from the last stream when it was in the bottom right, and I couldn't see half of my stamina bar. So we'll see how this holds up. If the game's too quiet, I'll turn the game up. My biggest concern is less with game volume, and even less so with my voice being too loud, because I can just talk quiet if I need to, but is more so with the breathiness of the mics. If I say the word breathy, it's quite a breathy word, isn't it? So seeing how those words hold up, and if that requires a mic adjustment, and if the mic adjustment is a sacrifice for generally other words, if I should just avoid more breathy words. Right, I think I actually have a dragon. Could I maybe just fly the dragon? Does Dragon Rend... I can't remember half of this. Dragon Rend's the one where you can summon a dragon, isn't it? Call dragon. Your time of need. Dragon Rend you can fly on. That forces the dragon to land. Let's just try Call Dragon. We'll see if that does what I need it to do. Whoa. I'm hoping we can then go in. Yes. This is another thing that I did not... Oh my god. Not just see that dragon. Oh god. Okay. Dragons is something I like. I remember a friend of mine saying, "Have you got to the bit where you can ride a dragon?" And I was convinced that he was lying to me. And then later game I found out you can actually ride dragons. Where is this dragon? I'm pretty sure you could like ride on them, but I can't remember what show it is, and nor do I care to keep digging through it. Maybe I'll do it in a bit. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Just for the year this game was released. Nice. Just feels crazy. I know it's been for a lot of revamps, but come on. Come on now, look at this game. Cheers. Thank you. Can't really blame her for accuracy, but I want to. I'm going to hopefully assume that this toll bridge is being cleared. Bam. I find that most of the weird stuff happens when you're like off the beaten track. Don't get too much stuff just kicking off when I'm actually following a decent road. Oh, you just changed directions at last second, you rat bag. Nice. Did we hit it? Oh yeah. Okay. Let's doing something. It turns out this is a hunting stream. Here we are. Shut up. They want to see a floating axe. Thank you. We will not be paying your toll today, unfortunately. Oh, can we? Is it possible? Is it possible I'm not pants? I feel like this is changing. I thought higher was a bit better, but maybe I'm wrong. One's injured. Render distance is too short. Hello, I see you. Oh my god. You just still roll down the stairs. Bandit Chief, here he is. Light switching into third person every now and again, but I find it a lot more difficult to actually maneuver the gun. Are you just gonna... Okay, sure. Take that gold. We'll begin making our way back to Riften. I didn't realise they always respawned. I thought that once they were cleared they were gone, but maybe it's not like an actual cleared one like when you go inside of a dungeon. Where I'm thinking I'm probably not going to make it to Riften at this rate, but maybe we can make it to Riften, and that will be the goal. Can you hear my bare feet slapping on the ground? Oh my god. That's interesting. I remember seeing a video online about the small details in Skyrim. Like someone was saying they spent an amount of time just adding bugs, like ants, to tree stumps, right? Which I thought was really interesting. They make me laugh when you think about the bugs that are in Skyrim, like the actual bugs, like the glitches, the errors. You're like, oh well, maybe if you didn't spend time putting ants on things, it might be different. What do you want? But no, we appreciate those little things, right? Same with the little troll under the bridge meme. If you know, you know. Nice. Yep, streaming straight from the Xbox at the moment. I wasn't even know why this was something you could do. Was quite surprised. I was trying to look into starting. Well, I've looked into starting streaming for years, to be fair. Just never done it. Don't know why I decided to do it this time, really. Something clicks. Thought I'd give it a go. But then I found that you could stream on Xbox, and I thought that's worth exploring. We need to find some clothes. I need to find where my house is, but I can't remember. I feel like chunks of these streams so far have just consisted of me. Is it that? Is that it? Is this the house? It says cleared. Surely the house wouldn't say cleared on it. But there was a little dungeon nearby, wasn't there? I should maybe Google this later and figure out where it is. Maybe that is it, but I don't want to. I want to have to change what we're doing. Let's get this back to daytime. I feel like it's always night at the moment when I'm playing this. So let's get that to daytime so we can maybe see something. Just looking down, notice we have our very first comment from a bot. Don't mess around those bots, do they? Best viewers. Not as in the bot. Not saying the bot's the best viewers. I'm saying that's what the bot has commented, saying it can provide me with the best viewers and giving me a website to go and, I assume, purchase some fake viewers. Uh oh. Bosh. I saw this one on the last stream. These pigs were pigs. Whatever it is, cows. Cow is a cow. It's not a pig. Walking with giants down the road. I don't think I've ever seen this before until the last stream, which I find quite impressive. Wow, they're crazy, eh? Wow. We don't have the skills for this, but we can try. We don't have the skills for it, and we shouldn't try. We should not try. Oh really? Nope. 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 One more. No. Come on, please. Don't mock me, rabbit. Oh god. He's probably gonna kill that rabbit now, isn't it? Sorry, we're trying to get that rabbit, if you don't mind. Did they kill the rabbit? Ah. God, how embarrassing. It just ran straight at the bear, though. It's not fair, is it? Yeah, my wet flippers, hammering on the ground. Water sounds so nice, man. Wow. Bam! Right at the kisser. So going back to the feedback thing, for those of you that stuck around with streaming or stopped, and I imagine by the time these become discoverable, maybe I have the answers to some of these questions, but once people started joining you, did you find that they joined you from Twitch or did they join you from other platforms? It seems like Twitch is quite a hard place to grow organically. I don't feel like many people are joining from discovering you on Twitch. I mean, I don't think I've ever browsed Twitch. I've always just joined people I already knew about or had discovered on other platforms. Doesn't feel like I've ever gone, oh, I fancy watching some. Have we gone the wrong way? No. I've never found someone on Twitch naturally by just looking on Twitch. I feel like it's always come from other places. Essentially anywhere. But why are there so many bears? Dispose of that bear. We should really have saved more, shouldn't we? What other spells do we have? I feel like I had some other stuff in here. I feel like I had a summon bow as well, spell. Maybe I wasn't using. Oops. Bound bow. Let's give that a go for a bit. So it requires half my magicka. So if we just rock these two for a little bit. So we can keep both, which is cool. Nice. I can't remember how long you actually keep hold of the bound, and if you put it away, you lose it. Oops. Nice. Of course. Should have brought a mountain climbing horse. That would have been much easier. Hello. Hello, team. Guess it's just me. Guess it's just me. Is it getting dark again? Still discovering places. I feel like this isn't the way to Riften. It definitely is not the way to Riften, is it? I guess we're going this. I can't be bothered to get all the way around. This isn't the way. Riften's over there. It's unnecessary making us go all that way. The arrow said Riften though, didn't it? Have I missed the second arrow? Let's see if we can just get somewhere a bit closer. I can't be bothered to keep going all the way around. Well, we'll go to this fort. Can that first have enemies in it, boy? I assume you're not referring to this goat. Like I was doing so well finding my way there and suddenly I couldn't remember where it is. I followed the signs. What's it? Has this always been a thing, these like shadows that keep appearing? I feel like I'm seeing a lot more bugs that I've never seen before. Then again, maybe I was fast travelling a lot more. You know, see? What was that? It's like probably like a pixel perfect thing, isn't it? Get out of the way! With her armour. Ooh, look at me! I've got armour. Grow up. Rift on. Lovely jubbling. There's another thing on the map that I've not discovered over there. Rift. Oh my. Bam. Either Hawkeye or the opposite of Hawkeye. Blind eye. Happy days. I love Riften. Don't know if I have the house in Riften. Is it this one or is it? No, I don't have on these sides. Where am I close? Where are they? I feel like the Thieves Guild is the first thing I always try to join. So when I first started playing Skyrim, and I feel like it wasn't obvious. I was also Skyrim's like 15 years old, isn't it? 15 years young. You know, different age. I was probably closer to 15 myself then, so I didn't really know how to do anything. The internet wasn't, I feel like, as useful for finding things back then. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it feels like longer ago. But yeah, when I discovered this was the Thieves Guild, it was great. But by that point, I was also a master wizard and leader of the companions and all that jazz. So you know how Skyrim goes. Yes. Yeah.
In the old fort near Riften.
Yeah.
Might consider joining up.
It's weird. Everyone says the same thing. It's like you've all got the same lines. Cool. I think as we approach the 45-minute mark, which has flew by, is worth knowing. Probably going to start to wrap this one up. I would love to continue, but the longer these get, the harder they are for me to review. The key thing here was to do some more mic testing, see how that felt, try and push for a longer time, which will be the plan for next time also. Hopefully I'll remember a cup of tea as well, because that would have been nice. All these will be going up on YouTube, they'll be unlisted for now, and then moving into test stream 3, we'll push more for 45 to 60 minutes, with probably a little bit more gameplay time within that as well, which should be good. Try and make that more of an actual stream opposed to testing. I think there'll always be some testing for the short period while I figure all of this stuff out, but we will leave it at that. If anyone does find these, thank you very much. I will catch you on the next one.